I'm Dakota Vandenberg, and this is Softball 360, powered by Monta Athletics, and we're hanging out at the 60th Annual Firemen's Tournament here in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Every softball team season has an ending, but only one team can truly make the claim that their season story had a classic happy ending.
Yeah!
The defending USA Softball champions for 2018 are these happy players. West Coast Monster Athletics. But the champs also have a rather large bullseye on their equally broad shoulders.
And everyone's going to bring their A game for us because they know even if they go 1-2 and that one's against us, they get to go home with bragging rights. And we're way too close to the cave to let someone take a win from us out here.
There's a huge target on our chest, and everybody's out to get us, and it's a good thing. They're always going to play a lot harder because it's like David and Goliath. They want to take down the big dogs.
Today, it's time for yet another challenge. Such is the responsibility of being the champs. But at least today's contest is in their own backyard, sunny Southern California. Welcome to the inaugural West Coast Monster Shootout. Top competition with world-class fields, facilities, and plenty to do between games.
You're at the West Coast Monster Shootout in Chino Hills, California. We're at a 6-field sports complex, 300-foot fences. One field's about 330.
The night before, some of the sluggers need to unwind. So it was time to go all the way live with a classic home run derby.
Now it looks like we got Big John. Let me see. Yep, Big John.
West Coast Shootout, baby. Just a little friendly squabble between teammates here. In my book, anyway. That's what I look for.
Later, it's showtime on the Monster Militia Stadium Powered Tour. The site, the birthplace of America's legendary Big Red Machine, Cincinnati and Great America Ballpark, home of the Reds. It lies along the banks of the steamy Ohio River. Ryan, the D-Train Daco, had his Power Tour debut in Cincy back in 2015. But today, is the D-Train ready to hit a softball completely out of the park and into the Ohio River?
The ball absolutely flies out there. I mean, they call it, a hitter's ballpark for a reason. Out in right, if you hit it over the stands in right, it's going to the river. So that's what I'm going to try to do this year. Hopefully go into the river. It's going to be awesome.
Welcome to Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics. Reporting from the 60th Annual Firemen's Tourney in Bloomington, Minnesota, here's Dakota Vandenberg.
Welcome into Softball 360, powered by Monta Athletics. I'm your host, Dakota Vandenberg, and this is the only softball show in the nation entering our 15th season. Now it's time to listen up. You heard me, listen up to the sweet sounds of summer softball.
Let's stay focused. Don't change your swing. You're going to make outs changing swings. If we hit it. Way to go, way to go. Clash of the Titans.
We'll have more mic'd up action later on in the show, but now let's check in and check out the latest news from the first ever Monta Athletics West Coast Shootout.
Welcome to sunny Southern California, home to year-round sport.
The West Coast Shootout in Chino Hills, California. We're at a 6-field sports complex, 300-foot fences. One field's about 330, in beautiful Chino, California.
Some of the top teams on the West Coast arrived to test and be tested.
Scenery, place to play, beautiful. It's gorgeous out here. You look around, there's mountains everywhere. The fields are phenomenal. They're big, you get to have fun, free up.
The host site is Chino Hills Community Park, a state-of-the-art softball facility nestled below the San Gabriel mountain range.
Hey, welcome. We're having some carne asada, got some chicken, tortillas, and beans and rice ready for the team.
The night before the tourney began, some of the sluggers needed to unwind. And the perfect way to go all the way live with a classic home run derby.
I think they get 5 swings each, and the team with the most home runs wins.
You got 2. We got 2, so we're tied up.
Sinister, definitely get a monster in your hands.
The DNA mutated.
For the defending champions of USA Softball, there's a large target on their Monster Athletics jerseys. Every other team wants to take down the champ, score some softball street cred, and it's a tough test for any team.
When you're the defending USA champions, there's a huge target on our chest and everybody's out to get us, and it's a good thing. They're always going to play a lot harder because it's like David and Goliath. They want to take down the big dogs.
For some of the early games, it seems that anything that could go wrong did go wrong. And in the early going, the champs were humbled in their own backyard. But true character is displayed when the stress button is hit hard and West Coast Monster stepped it up. Will the gritty comeback be enough for Monster Athletics? When Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics, continues, we'll follow the champs as they defend their USA Softball title. Softball 360 special correspondent Gary Cirillo is out and about at the tourney as he seeks to find the soul of the West Coast Monster Shootout.
This is my friend Heather right over here. So Heather here is from India where it's about 200 degrees.
About 40 degrees cooler.
So what do you think about this first ever West Coast Monster Shootout?
It's pretty neat.
It's a very nice afternoon and we're having fun.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
All right, Barnesy, what can you tell me
Later,
about this weekend?
Dakota takes us on a tour de force of the Fireman's Tourney in Minnesota, one of the classic tourneys in the summer of softball.
We have 170 teams here in 6 divisions, and it's as big as it's ever been with biggest trophies around, right?
And it's time for a preview of the Power Tour as the Monster Militia Sluggers take on one of the nation's best, Great America Ballpark in steamy Cincinnati. Softball 360, the nation's only softball television program going on 15 years, is powered by Monster Athletics with the proven game-changing FIB technology.
Do you like softball? That's me. Great fields and facilities? Well, you gotta have that. And plenty to do between games. Well, the West Coast Monster Athletics Shootout is the place to be.
Yeah, as reigning Super National champions, we always have a target on our back. And a lot of these teams out here, they have great players, so you can't sleep on anybody. We had a real tough battle first game, and everyone's going to bring their A game for us because they know even if they go 1-2 and that one's against us, they get to go home with bragging rights, and we're way too close to the cave to let someone take a win from us out here.
Great players deserve a great place to play. And Chino Hills Community Park is proud to host the West Coast Monster Shootout.
The facility is absolutely amazing. They got turf outfield, well-groomed infield. The dirt is great. And, they're watering the fields, they're dragging the fields. And this is, pretty much some of the best fields I've seen in California.
It's easily one of the finest facilities on any coast. Chino Hills is located at the heart of what's known as California's Inland Empire, which according to Forbes magazine is the 5th largest economy in the world. And part of the energy means there's plenty for teams and families to do between games.
Around here, you got Ontario Airport about 5 minutes one way, Orange County Airport about 30 minutes the X, LAX about an hour the other way, malls, you got shopping centers, hotels, you name it, everything's within 30 minutes.
If there's a theme today at the West Coast Monster Shootout, it's got to be family fun.
Baby push-ups.
Sure, there's world-class softball on display, but as corny as it sounds, this extended softball family forms a higher bond at the park. For a deeper dive, it's time for our special correspondent Gary Cirillo, who's cued and ready to take the pulse and capture the voice of the tourney today.
We'd like to think, as a mother, how do you feel about this first ever West Coast Monster Shootout with seeing all these families enjoying a beautiful day of softball?
This is true. It definitely has been a great turnout. There's a lot of families here, a lot of guys here, a lot of teams. It's been pretty amazing to see everybody, all the kids at the playground, everybody enjoying the day. It's been wonderful in California.
That's what I'm talking about, Amber. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cowboy Jerry, what do you think about the first ever West Coast Monster Shootout, and who are you here watching?
I'm here watching Josh Moore. I love it. It's a very nice afternoon, and we're having fun.
We are going to end the day with Mr. Laser Dave Johnson. He's going to serenade these young babies over here for us with one of his favorite songs. Mr. Dave was a 4th place contestant in the West Coast on American Idol. Take it away, Dave.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Mic drop. A mic drop for Laser David Johnson, solid slugger and American Idol quarterfinal round crooner. Nice singing, DJ. And for all the teams at the West Coast Monster Shootout, a weekend to remember.
It's a good tournament. Play with some good people. We didn't finish so good, my team, but we tried. Definitely want to do it again next year.
When you're the defending USA champions, there's a huge target on our chest, and everybody's out to get us, and it's a good thing. They're always going to play a lot harder because it's like David and Goliath. They want to take down the big dogs.
1, 2, 3, big hit!
And for the USA National Champs, they're still driving hard on the road to defend their title.
Good job.
When Softball 360 rolls on, we ask the question, can anyone really hit a softball completely out of Great American Ballpark and kerplunk into the Ohio River? Ryan the D-Train Dacko is confident we may soon bear witness.
The ball absolutely flies out there. I mean, they call it, a hitter's ballpark for a reason. Out and right, if you hit it over the stands and right, it's going to the river. So that's what I'm going to try to do this year. Hopefully go into the river. It's going to be awesome.
And Dakota has a tour de force at one of the best tourneys in the country, the 60th Annual Firemen's in Bloomington, Minnesota.
All right, Barnesy, what can you tell me about this weekend?
It's the 60th Annual Firemen's Tournament here in Bloomington, Minnesota at Valley View Fields. We got great weather coming in.
So basically we support breast cancer all year round, so we go pink and black for the season, and then I change the hair color for the support.
Welcome back into Softball 360, powered by Monza Athletics. I'm your host, Dakota Vanderberg. A great way to celebrate this summer is at one of the best tourneys in the Midwest, the Firemen's.
Entering its 60th year, a softball tradition continues to grow in Minnesota. Since 1958, players and teams from around the nation have been gathering under the big green water tower to play softball and help out the local community.
Well, it's the 60th annual Firemen's Tournament, and we have 170 teams here in 6 divisions, and it's as big as it's ever been, with biggest trophies around, right? And everyone's fighting for these, so we're going to have a really good time this weekend.
What started as a simple way to help the local fire department grew into one of the biggest and best tourneys in the nation. You see, the Firemen's Tournament has earned a reputation for great softball and charity.
It's all about the kids. We try to raise a lot of money Jeff Barnes does a fantastic job.
All right, Barnesy, what can you tell me about this weekend?
It's the 60th annual Fireman's Tournament here in Bloomington, Minnesota at Valley View Fields. We got great weather coming in.
So basically, we support breast cancer all year round, so we go pink and black for the season, and then I change the hair color to support.
The Fireman's also features some of the best softball in the Midwest. And over the years, the skills and competition have been exceptional. And don't forget the classic sweet corn cook-off. Players and fans gobble through thousands of ears of corn. And extra napkins are a good idea.
Corn is so good this year, it doesn't even really need anything. But
Is that good, huh?
it's that good. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
It's hot.
That's pretty good corn. Tastes like summer.
Today, in the shadow of the Mall of America, the world's largest shopping center, one of Minnesota's biggest and best tourneys celebrates its 6th decade. The Fireman's has become a tournament that sells out every year and attracts thousands of the top players and teams from North America and Canada. What started as a simple way to help the local fire department grew into one of the biggest and best tourneys in North America.
But I think the thing that makes this stand out, and you'll see this later tonight, is there's probably, 10,000 people here. I mean, it's busy. It's packed. It's elbow to elbow from about 8 o'clock until 10 o'clock, and then everyone scatters and it looks normal again. But it's people are happy, having a good time watching softball, and it's good to see.
Show bombs on the Ohio River, still ahead. We'll check in with Flip Washington. He's won the event, and Flip knows what it will take to get that first softball ever into the mighty Ohio River. Softball 360, the nation's only softball television program going on 15 years, is powered by Monsta Athletics with the proven game-changing FIB technology.
Welcome back to Softball 360, powered by Monsta Athletics. Who is the world's greatest softball home run hitter? The quest to be number one begins in Cincinnati.
Get ready for the Monster Militia Stadium Power Tour. The world's greatest softball home run hitters are the defending national champions of USA Softball. And there it goes! Each slugger gets 15 swings. Each home run is worth 1 point, except the last pitch, known as the money ball. It's worth 2 points and could be the tiebreaker.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Heads up in the outfield as the sluggers are swinging for the fences and beyond. One of the USA softball champs will earn the title as world's greatest softball home run hitter.
And there it goes!
Next stop on the tour, the home of the Cincinnati Reds, Great American Ballpark. The Reds make it easy to dress for success in Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark receives solid reviews and has become the centerpiece to a revitalized riverfront. For Flip Washington, the trip to Great America Ballpark could be a tough road for any slugger. But Flip knows this park, and most importantly, he knows show bombs.
A good bat can make a big difference when you're playing. I mean, it's a comfort level. It's a confidence. So when you're comfortable at the plate, when you know that your bat is the best going, like, you can't do no wrong. I mean, you can miss-hit one and you're like, oh shit, I still got to hit, yes, I mean, it's just that comfort level. Just you're confident. Like, when I'm at the plate with these monster bats, I mean, I feel like I'm unstoppable. And I mean, whatever you pitch, I'm going to hit it hard, and good luck catching it. It's just that simple. Like, I'm very confident to play with these bats.
Ryan, the D-Train Dacko, began his Power Tour career as a rookie in Cincy. Today, he's headed back to Great American Ballpark with many questions. And one is to find out if a softball can be slugged out of the park and into the Ohio River.
The ball absolutely flies out there. I mean, they call it, a hitter's ballpark for a reason. out and right, if you hit it over the stands and right, it's going to the river. So that's what I'm going to try to do this year. Hopefully go into the river. It's going to be awesome.
The road to a repeat championship starts right here in Cincy, and it sounds like they like their chances.
What a show in Cincinnati. But that's all the time we have left on the field today. I'm your host, Dakota Vanderberg. Hit me up with a story idea if you have one. Follow us on social media. And like I always say, get out to the park and play.
Please join us next week on Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics, for a trip to a summer camp like no other. Play ball with the Wounded Warriors Amputee Softball Team. And campers who live the mantra that life without limbs is limitless. We'll see you next week.